Hi everyone, welcome to another video. Today I'll be showing you how to multiply and divide with decimals. We will start with multiplying. Before we jump into our first example, I will show you the quick method of multiplying decimals by tens and powers of 10. So here we have multiply 1.67 by 10 to the first power, by 100, 10 to the second power, and by 1000, 10 to the third power. To multiply a decimal by 10 or a power of 10, we're going to, quick method, move the decimal point to the right. Multiply by 10, we move one place to the right. (1.67) multiplied by 10, 16.7. 1.67 multiplied by 100, two places to the right. 1, 2. Equals 167 point, and you know when the point comes at the end we just leave it, so that will be 167. 1.67 multiplied by 1000, three places to the right. 1, 2, 3. There's no number right here, so we have to put a 0 as a placeholder. So therefore 1.67 multiplied by 1000, 1670 point, and that is equal to 1670. Okay, so quick method. When multiplying a decimal by 10 or power of 10, we move the decimal point to the right. 10, one place to the right. 100, two places to the right. And 1000, three places to the right. Now let's look at our example. Multiplying a decimal by a decimal. 3.24 times 1.2. So as we said previously, when we were adding and subtracting with decimal, we write the numbers in a column. 3.24 multiplied by 1.2. This could also be written as 324 times 12. So we're going to start multiplying, and we multiply from right to left. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. And 2 times 3, 6. So we're multiplying by 2 ones, so the first number goes on the ones column. Now we're going to multiply by the tens, so the first number goes to the tens column. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 3, 3. And now we're going to add. We could put a 0 here if we like. 0 plus 8, 8. 4 plus 4, 8. 6 plus 2, 8. 3 plus nothing, 3. So we have multiplied 324 by 12, and we get 3,888. Now we have to see where to put our decimal point. 3.24, 2 decimal places. 1.2, 1 decimal place. So therefore, our answer will have 3 decimal places, counting from right to left. One, 2, 3. So our decimal point is right here. Decimal point is right here. Therefore, 3.24 times 1.2 is equal to 3.888. So our answer is 3 decimal places. Alright, let's go over that. When we are multiplying decimal with decimals, we write the numbers in a column. As I said, we can leave out the decimal point, we can put it, it doesn't really matter because we are going to be multiplying, forgetting about the decimal point when we're multiplying. Okay, so we set it up in a column and now we're ready to multiply. And we think 324 multiplied by 12. Multiply by the ones. 2 times 4, 8. 2 times 2, 4. 2 times 3, 6. Now we're multiplying by the tens. 1 times 4, 4. 1 times 2, 2. 1 times 3, 3. Now we add. We can put a 0 as a placeholder. We can leave it. Doesn't really matter. Now we are going to add 8, 8, 8, 3. Now when we are finished, we're going to see where to fix the decimal point in the product, the answer. 3.24 has 2 decimal places. 1.2 has 1 decimal place. So therefore our answer 2 plus 1, 3 must have 3 decimal places. So now let's move on to dividing. And before we jump into our example, dividing decimal by decimal, we're going to look at the preview of multiplying, short method of dividing decimals by 10 and powers of 10. So 22.6, divide 22.6 by 10, 100 and 1000, that is 10 to the first power, 10 to the second power, 10 to the third power. So when we're dividing, we're going to the left. 22.6 divided by 10 to the first power, that means 1 place to the left. .26. 100, 10 to the second power, 2 places. 1, 2. Is equal to 0.226, and we could put a 0 here if we like. 22.6 divided by 1000, 10 to the third power, so 3 places to the left. 1, 2, 3. There's no number right here, so we're going to put a 0 as a placeholder. Equals 0.0226, and we can put a 0 right here. Okay, and we're dividing decimals by tens or powers of 10. We move the decimal point to the left. Now let's look at our example. 2.56 divided by 0.4. So when we're dividing decimals, our divisor must be a whole number. So we're going to use the quick method of multiplication to change our divisor to a whole number. So the divisor has one place of decimal, so that means to change it to a whole number we can multiply by 10. So we're going to multiply by 10. And remember, when we multiply by 10, it's one place to the right. So it will move from here, and then it will be right here. So now our divisor is 4. And whatever we do to the divisor, we must do it to the dividend. So we're also going to multiply the dividend by 10. One place to the right. So now this becomes 25.6. Right? So let's go over that. When we're dividing a decimal with a decimal, the divisor must be a whole number. So we multiply by 10 by the power of 10. That will make the divisor a whole number. And whatever we do to the divisor, we need to do that to the dividend. So in this case, we multiply by 10. And we also have to do the same thing right here. So now let's go ahead and divide 4. Let's drop this down a little bit. 4. 25.6. Before we start dividing, let's fix our decimal point in the quotient. Line it up in the quotient. Now we can start to divide. How many times can 4 go into 2? No time. How many times can 4 go into 25? 6 times. 6 times 4, 24. Subtract 1, bring down. How many times can 4 go into 16? 4 times. 4 times 4, 16. No more numbers to bring down. So we have completed our example. So 25.6 divided by 4 is equal to 6.4. Okay, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching. I hope you find this very helpful. Please don't forget to like and share this video and comment.